Hello from Wetherspoons in Inverness. It's just gone 11 o'clock at night and we're spending a little bit of time in here until we catch the 20:1 Ember service to Edinburgh Airport, due to arrive at 4 in the morning, and then we're catching a flight with Air France. Never flown with Air France before. We're flying from Edinburgh to Charles de Gaulle and then on to Hamburg. So we've got an early morning bus. Mrs. Tim's Travels, excited?
Yes.
Are you all set?
Yes, I have my eye mask, I have my earplugs, I am good to go.
You're going to sleep?
Well, hopefully I'll sleep, yes.
Very good. So we'll see you at some point, hopefully on a coach and then a plane. So why don't you come along and we'll see how it goes. And just about 10 minutes prior to departure, our coach appears. Yes, so here we are at Edinburgh Airport. Ember flying on time. How was that?
I don't know what's going on.
Good. You're happy? Oh, good. I slept, and the main thing was we hit a deer at one point, so that was a bit exciting, but not for the deer. But anyway, we're going to check our bags in. We're flying business class, so that's exciting. And yeah, see how we get on. We were able to spend a wee bit of time in the Aspire Lounge before boarding. It was a nice quiet spot and there were plenty of breakfast items available, hot and cold delights to tempt you with. But before long, it's time to get on board our flight. We'll be flying on an Airbus A220-300 Foxtrot Hotel Zulu Uniform Oscar, which entered service with Air France in February 2023. And we'll be seated in row 3, seats D and F, with the middle seat blocked off. We had a slight delay to our pushback because the aircraft had to be de-iced. It's a beautiful morning in Edinburgh, but it's a frosty one. But we're soon taxiing to the runway, and I think it's going to be a great day. Let's take a look at our seat. It is embroidered with the Air France accent logo, which is nice. It's also leather upholstered. It has a recline feature and an adjustable headrest. We were presented with some water, a wet towel to clean yourself with, and a pillow, which is always welcome, and the seat was very comfy indeed. And in front of us, you've got this little device where you can store your tablet or smartphone, so that's really handy. There are also USB A and C ports for charging. And the tray table, well, it's a tray table. Not much to see there. What I would say was it was very, very clean all around. You've got a cup holder there as well. So, yeah, all in all, pretty good, I've got to say. And there's your little storage area, and there's a basket below as well. Loads of leg room. This is a great aircraft. Air France took delivery of its first Airbus A220 in September 2021. The aircraft has 148 seats in a 3-2 seating configuration. But now it's time for breakfast, which consisted of fruit, sandwiches, coffee, there was jam and butter for our croissant, and some orange juice. I've got to say, it was excellent. I have a question for all you viewers who are much more frequent flyers than we are. When we boarded, an announcement was repeatedly made not to fasten our seatbelts. I've always thought when you got on board, you immediately fastened your seatbelt. I've never heard it announced not to do so. Why was this the case? Is it for safety reasons? That's what I'm thinking. But if you know, please let me know in the comments. We're soon making our approach to Charles de Gaulle, so we'll see you when we land. And a few minutes after landing, we are approaching our stand. So we arrived at Terminal 2E at Charles de Gaulle, and we're now in Terminal 2F, and it's going okay. There was an issue with security because none of the UK passports were being accepted, but we got it all done in the end, and I think we've earned the right to go and visit another lounge. So that's what we're going to do, and have some quiet time before our onward flight to Hamburg. The Air France lounge at Terminal 2F is spread over 2 levels and has 570 seats. Now, when you hear that something has 2 levels, what do? You have to go upstairs. It's the lounge equivalent of a double-decker bus, and you get to admire the runway view through a massive curved window when you get to the top. Dotted throughout the lounge are facilities for making hot and cold drinks. So you've got tea and coffee making machines there, and the fridges have soft drinks and also beer. If you're in the mood, there are also harder spirits. Bit early for us. It was breakfast service when we were in the lounge, so there's a selection of cold meats and cheeses. There's also some hot options. We've got omelettes here. And also some sausages. There's also a good selection of other cold options. You've got fruit and some cereal there as well. And I've got to say, more bread than you could shake a baguette at. So, Mrs. Tim's Travels, you are fanning yourself vigorously. So we're in the Air France lounge at Terminal 2F at Charles de Gaulle. This is our first Air France experience. What do you think so far?
Very good. I would definitely travel with them again. Jerry's very efficient, very friendly. Yeah, just everything. The food was lovely.
Yeah. And
just the all-round experience has been very nice, very positive. They're very polite, very friendly, very nice.
Even though you had a wonky cup.
Well, I didn't have a wonky cup. The handle was actually cracked and broken at the top, so I just didn't use it, and I just pointed it out to them. Obviously, yeah, apart from that, we get cups.
Very good. And what do you think of the lounge?
It's very nice. It's very big.
It is. It's massive.
It's a big lounge. Yeah, we've not really, because we had a meal on the plane, not really sampled anything here.
And a meal in Edinburgh.
And a meal in Edinburgh, yeah, before we left. So, and then we have been up since 10 o'clock last night. So, no, it's a very nice. It's nice when you can watch the planes come and go, and I do like that.
Mm-hmm. Looking forward to the next stretch to Hamburg.
Yes.
Excellent. Well done.
Knowing what the Air France is like.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite looking forward to going on the next one with them.
Excellent. Thanks for sharing.
You're very welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
What do you think of Terminal 2F?
It's very nice. So one of our clients, they've been here recently, they said it was one of the nicest airports they've seen, and I would agree. It's really, really nice.
I think it's a belter.
Yeah.
And
everyone is so friendly.
very friendly.
I don't know if that's just the French culture. It probably is. But everyone has been absolutely lovely.
I think to be fair, the grumpiest person we've come across this morning was in Edinburgh.
I think she was a bit stressed.
She was, yes. But
she did come across a bit snappy.
Bit snappy. But no, this is great. Love it.
Very nice.
And the lounge?
Really nice. It was busy. Well, it is a big lounge, upstairs, downstairs.
Yes, it is.
So it was busy, but not that busy you couldn't get a table or anything like that. And when we arrived, it was sort of breakfast things, and then we changed over to the lunch things. So we did have a wee taster of those. Again, very, very nice, very friendly. And then just as we were about to leave, the woman came around offering everybody champagne and
Madeleines?
Savoury madeleines.
Savoury madeleines.
With herbs, they were delicious.
I didn't know you got... Sorry, I keep interrupting you. I didn't know you got savoury madeleines.
Well, I wondered if it was something they were trialling. Is that why she was handing them out? I don't know. Maybe your subscribers can let you know in the comments.
Yeah, try it out on the Brits, see what happens.
Yeah.
But no, it's just all been great.
It's
all been really, really good.
Really has.
So,
no faults.
No, absolute massive thumbs up for Air France. And we've got our flight to Hamburg to come.
Yeah.
And we are in row 1.
Ooh.
So that's exciting. So we'll try and find a seat, and then we'll see you on board. It's another A220 that will be flying on to Hamburg. This time it's Foxtrot Hotel Papa November Tango, which was delivered to Air France in July 2025. It's always reassuring when you see your suitcase getting loaded onto an aircraft. That's our one there, the pink one. And because we're in row 1, well, our safety information and pocket is there in front of us. There is loads of leg room. Down below, you've got those USB A and C charging points as well. And the tray table is stored in the seat rest. It's good to see the gloomy clouds over Paris have lifted, and we've got some blue sky coming through. So I think we're in for another great flight. The in-flight service began promptly, and we had a chicken dish along with some cheese and bread. There was also a chocolate fondant and a cheeky wee red. Unsurprisingly, it was very good. Perhaps you're wondering how much our business class flights from Edinburgh to Paris Charles de Gaulle and on to Hamburg cost. Well, we paid 16,000 air miles and £144, which I think is tremendous value for money. We collect our Virgin Air Miles by transferring our Tesco Club Card points into Air Miles, and you can redeem those with KLM, with Air France, as we've done here, and with other airlines. As I say, I think it's really good value for money. Air France, absolutely outstanding from start to finish, faultless, absolutely brilliant. The crew have been amazing throughout. We've had a really, really good time. So as we approach Hamburg, I'll just say thanks for watching. Perhaps you consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a thumbs up, a comment, a hype. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Welcome to Germany.